Good morning children, and welcome back to this part of the video class for class 5 subject science. Today we are going to continue with the same lesson, that is chapter 7, titled as Interdependence in Living Beings, Plants and Animals. In the previous two video classes, you had seen the different components of the environment, the living component and the non-living components. Under living components, we had talked about the animals, plants and the microorganisms. And under non-living components, we had talked about the soil, temperature, water, air, all those things. Then we further went on to classify the living components as the producers, consumers, the decomposers, scavengers, and then of course we had classified the consumers also as the herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Then of course we also saw the how the plants and animals depend on each other. So this we had done in the previous two classes. Now it is very important that plants and animals maintain a balance in the nature. Now if the balance is disturbed, the entire environment will be disturbed. Of course, the all living plants and animals depend on each other, and this interdependence for food forms the food chain, and this food chain maintains the balance in the nature. This is what the balance of in the nature means. Now the all the animals and the plants they depend on each other. Now the addition of new animals or the absence of new animals, they may disturb the food chain, and in turn they will disturb the balance in the nature. Just for example, I am saying, suppose the number of carnivores in the, so say the number of carnivores they decreases. Carnivores, suppose the number of carnivores decreases. Now what will happen? If the number of carnivores decreases, obviously the herbivores will increase. Herbivores, the number of herbivores will increase. Why they will increase? Because the either they will not be hunted, of course neither they will be killed, so the number of herbivores will increase. Now what will happen if the number of herbivores will increase? They will start eating all the plants. Now if they eat all the plants, what will happen? A time will come when all the plants will be finished, and then of course the herbivores will also die, and then of course this will disturb the balance in the nature. Now what will happen if there is a decrease in the number of plants? Now obviously if there is decrease in number of plants, there will be less supply of oxygen, because we know that plants they supply oxygen to the atmosphere, and the animals will be giving out more and more carbon dioxide. So what will happen? All the animals will die. So if all the animals die, again the balance of nature will be disturbed. So we see that the plants and animals, their balance has to be maintained. There is a delicate balance between plants and animals that need to be maintained in the environment. Now this balance is disturbed, or there is an imbalance in nature due to either natural calamities or human activities. Now I have just drawn here just to show a balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the air. Now these are the sources of carbon dioxide, that means smoke from the factories, the exhaust from the vehicles, some of the domestic also waste in the form of carbon dioxide. The animals also exhale carbon dioxide. So what happens? All these are sources of carbon dioxide, which is in turn taken by the plants for photosynthesis. And the plant, what do they give? They give out oxygen, which is used for breathing during inhalation, and of course for burning purpose. So this is how the carbon dioxide and oxygen balance is maintained in nature. Now we are going to talk about, after this we are going to talk about how this imbalance is caused. Now children, we are going to talk about the imbalance in nature. Now any decrease or decrease in any animals or plants disturbs the balance in the nature. Now this disturbance, you can say that it can be either natural or it can be due to human activities. That means due to natural calamities or due to human activities. Both are responsible for this imbalance in the nature. Now we are going to talk about one by one about the natural calamities and the human activities. Now, under natural calamities comes the flood, the drought, the forest fires. So, I have listed here that imbalance in nature can be caused due to natural calamities or due to human activities. Now, let us take this natural calamities. First, the flood. Now, recently you must have been seeing in the news also that many parts of the country is under the flood, and this flood causes heavy loss of both plants and animals. You must have heard that many animals are flown away and the trees get uprooted. So as a result, what happens? There is a disturbance in the balance in the nature. So flood is one of the factors that may cause disturbance or imbalance in the nature. Now you have seen that in the few years back the tsunami had come and they had taken the lives of so many living beings. So that actually is also one of the causes due to which there is imbalance in the nature. Now comes the drought. The drought also results in the loss of life of animals as well as the plants. That again causes the imbalance in the nature. Third point is forest fire. Now you must have seen that due to lightning, many forests they catch fire, and as a result, many animals they lose their life, as well as of course the forest is also burnt down. Now this in turn of course disturbs the balance in the nature. So all these are natural calamities that may affect or that may disturb the balance in nature. Now we are also no less in disturbing the balances. So what are the human activities? Land clearing. Now what do we mean by land clearing? It is the practice of cutting down of the trees or removing the vegetation from the forest. Now this land clearing is either to start some new factories or for agriculture or for making dwellings, houses, etc. So actually what are we doing? We are cutting down the trees. Now the government is trying hard to protect these forests under various projects. I'll just not talk about the various projects. One of the project that is Van Mahotsav, where we plant more and more trees to save the trees. Chipko movement and many other such projects are started by the government to preserve this forest. Now second factor is hunting. Now this is the practice of killing or capturing animals. Now you know that in the past also, of course now it is stopped, not actually fully stopped, but these animals are being hunted for the various parts of their bodies, and of course for their skin, for their horns, and of course the different bones, okay, that is put to many use, and they have got a rich value in the international markets. So this will in turn, what of course the elephants, the ivory, the tusk, and of course all these are killed, the animals are killed for these purposes, and of course this disturbs the balance in the nature. Again we have, of course you must have heard that the number of tigers and all were decreasing day by day. So government has again started Project Tigers, and other projects are also there under which the wildlife is conserved. So this is also one of the reason why there is disturbance in the nature. Now we have got pollution. Now this pollution is the most dreaded, you can say that. Now actually what is meant by pollution? This is addition of unwanted and harmful substances in the air, in water, in the soil, and that leads to an adverse effect on our health, and due to which many animals and of course plants also they die. Now you must, this air pollution, this is generally due to the exhaust that is given out by the big factories and through the chimneys and all. These are all liberated into the air. There are various other factors. The exhaust from the vehicles. This is posing a threat to our very survival. So this is taking the lives of many living beings, that is animals. So they are also causing a disturbance in the balance. We have got now the forest fire. Okay, just 1 minute. This water is also getting polluted day by day. Now how? The waste from the factories, the chemical waste, they are being injected, or they have been, the waste from the domestic houses, they are finally dumped into the river without being treated. Now what this will do? This will in turn cause a huge loss of life, aquatic lives. So this again disturbs the balance in the nature. Now forest fire also. Now forest are, this is the burning of forest. Of course this is again for industrialization or for agriculture or for dwelling purposes, making housings. So all these factors, both natural calamities and human activities, are posing a threat to the balance in the nature. And if we don't take care of course there will be disturbance in the nature and of the disturbance in the environment. Our very survival will come under threat. So it is very important to maintain this delicate balance between plants and animals. So with this we come to the end of this chapter. Now children, I once again tell you, please read this chapter. There are some fill in the blanks even in the middle of the chapters. You'll see that at the bottom. Please do it. Just doing the question answer may not be enough. You got to read the entire chapter to be thorough with it. Along with this video class, I am going to send you a short assignment which has to be done in your science exercise copies. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson, and take care of yourselves. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.